Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcut YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment on this video, really does help. So today we got 4 awesome Spyderco knives, and these were sent to us from Neil over there at the Knight's Edge. So if you guys would, make sure you go follow him. I'm sure plenty of my viewers already are subscribed to Neil. Great dude, has a whole ton of knives, and a kind of a similar channel like me. He does a lot of live streams, does a lot of unboxings, whole bunch of cool knives over there, whole bunch of good reviews. And yeah, it's a pretty cool guy. Make sure you go over and follow his channel, subscribe to him. And without cool guys like him, it'd be a lot harder for me to make content. So he sent over these 4 Spyderco knives. I've been kind of eyeing these ones for a good time now, good while, I guess you could say. 4 models that I have not personally checked out and have really been wanting to. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get right on started this thing. I don't remember exactly what order. I have looked at these already. So we have the Spyderco Kapara right here. This is a one of the, I might say, one of the greatest coming from the Taichung Taiwan factory. So check that thing out right there. That is a really cool looking Spyderco right there. We have this awesome carbon fiber handle material right here. Really do like this red backspacer. That's pretty cool. It's like a red, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a G10 of some sort. We have S30V on the blade seal. These aren't reviews. I'm just kind of going over them. A little quick overview of what we got going on here. We have a pretty deep carry wire pocket clip, and I've actually became more of a fan of these wire pocket clips over here the last kind of few months, I guess you could say. I got a couple knives in that have been using these pocket clips, and they actually do have really good retention, and they're just kind of a decent look, I guess you could say. Kind of not really formal or dressy or anything like that, but it's just pretty cool overall. Really do like the pivot here. We do have like kind of, I don't want to say an oversized pivot, but it's just something different other than the standard screws that you see, especially on a production knife. It's really cool. This is a bigger knife. I want to say it's kind of in that mid-range to almost getting to be a full size. You definitely get a real comfortable 4-finger grip on it, which is really welcoming. And we do have a reversible clip on there, so that's pretty cool. So it's kind of ambidextrous. The compression lock is pretty, I don't want to say generic lock, but it's definitely a lefty friendly lock, I guess you could say, if you can get used to it. I sure as heck can't do it, but I imagine the lefties out there can. So I think I already mentioned S30V on the blade steel. Super high full flat grind on this thing, and it does come down to a pretty acute tip on there. So we do have kind of Spyderco nature. It's like a distal taper. This is a I'm gonna say like a modified sheep's foot kind of blade shape right here. It's or a drop point. You might even call that a spear point. I don't really think it's a spear point, but we got all sorts of crazy stuff going on this thing. It looks like we do have T8 hardware all the way around from the pivot all the way down. So it's just really cool. It's like one of the, I wouldn't say classier looking Spydercos. It still is kind of strange looking, and it really does throw a lot of people off. At least the design, some of their design language is a little bit crazy, but once you actually get these things in hand and start using them, it's the world of difference. That's Spyderco knives are going to be definitely my favorite, and this thing is really nice and thin too. Thin in the hand, thin in the pocket, doesn't take up a whole bunch of room, with still being a full-size knife too at the same time. And you can really dress this one up, and pretty classy. Got that reverse flick, Spidey flick, and of course your awesome standard thumb hole opening. Geez, that was hard to get out. So pretty cool. This is overall winner. This is definitely one that I would like to get into the collection here before too long. Definitely a winner. Really do like this one. I'm going to set that one off to the side there. This next one is going to be another really cool one. It's really caught some serious steam here recently. This is going to be the Sage 5. And that one is, let's see, what did he do to this one? It was originally a satin blade. I stone and acid washed the blade. So he did acid etch and then a stone wash. And this thing is really cool. We do have the FRN, whatever kind of lightweight material. So this is a Sage 5 lightweight for those that do not know. Sage 5 is a really iconic model. It's been around for a whole long time. I'm pretty sure there's a Sage 1, Sage 2, Sage 3, Sage 4, Sage 5. Really don't know the actual correct history on this exact model right here. But, it kind of gives me like the Para 3 vibes in some sense. If you're looking at them side by side, we do have more of a leaf-shaped blade, kind of like the Shaman-esque type blade on this knife right here. But it's still really, really nice ergos, right in that 3-inch blade length category, which is, my personal favorite. I am a big fan of 3 to 3¼ inch blade lengths. That's like my perfect go-to EDC size. You can really get just about anything done with this one. And I really do love this aggressive jimping up here at the front and your actual finger choil right there. It's just a really good overall user. And I am a big fan of these, lightweight FRN scales. This bidirectional texturing here really does lock you in. And this is a Taichung Taiwan-made knife, same as the Spyderco Kapara right there. I think I did forget to mention that. And there's always, a lot of people say that the Taichung Taiwan factory, their plant is like the highest quality Spydercos you can get. The Golden, Colorado plant, they're the ones that make all the Para 3s and PM2s and stuff like that. And of course, those are awesome knives too. People say that sometimes they have quality control issues. I really have never ran into any sort of issues with anything coming out of that plant, but still, the Taichung Taiwan Spydercos, really good stuff. Love the overall aesthetic of this knife. We do have the deep carry wire pocket clip on this thing. We got T8 hardware all the way around. Super nice. Super good compression lock on this thing. Pretty good action. I'm sure this thing's probably still needing somewhat of a break-in period. Heck, I don't know how Neil even breaks any of his knives in. He has so many of them. But he did a really good job on this stone wash too. It's really really cool to see. This thing is a super slicer too. We have a moderately thin blade stock. I want to say it's even thinner than the Para 3, so that's pretty cool. Don't know the exact specs on that one yet. Like I said, this is just an overview, not getting carried away. I just we'll do a deep dive on all these knives later. He told me to use them, abuse them, sharpen them, cut test them, do whatever the heck you want to do with them. So I'm definitely gonna take his word for that, and I'm going to put these things through their paces and really see which one of these that I really do want to get. But man, this Sage 5 is sweet. Something about this leaf-shaped blade is really calling my name, and especially that Rex 121 model that came out here recently. That has caught the whole knife community by storm. The Rex 121 blade steel is just super good stuff. I mean, this is S30V. Still, S30V is nothing to scoff at. Still good stuff. It was actually made specifically for pocket knives, I'm pretty sure. Either that or it was S35V, and one of the two, but still, CPM S30V, can't go wrong with that stuff. It's good stuff. Good stainlessness, high toughness, pretty good edge retention. Really can't beat it there. But this bidirectional texturing on the FRN, it is pretty good stuff. And I do like how they, really kind of got these corners rounded off. It's pretty cool. But they do make a non-lightweight version of this knife too. But still pretty cool. And we actually do have steel liners going all the way through this knife too. So that's something that's different compared to, say, the Para 3 lightweight, which this has to be a lightweight model. Maybe not, though. I'm not really too sure on that. I always thought that if it was the FRN models that they were lightweight, but I know a lot of these they do make G10 models in this one also. But you look at the Para 3 lightweight, there is nothing, other than the actual compression lock steel in there. But this thing actually has full-length steel liners all the way through. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm going to do a disassembly on this thing and really see what's going on with that one. So that is pretty cool. And now let's go ahead and move on over to this is one that I was really excited for. You guys can probably already tell what it is from the actual scales right there. These are the standard scales that came on the knife. This is the Spydercos Smock, and this is one that I've been seeing on Neil's channel for a whole long time now. It is really wicked, especially with these Kevin Smock scales that he has on this thing. These are the custom Kevin Smock Nuke Blue Anno Titanium scales. So I couldn't imagine. I bet these scales are more than the actual knife overall. And it is rocking a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. I'm pretty sure that's a Lynch Northwest. Looks just like it, at least. So this is a pretty cool, Spyderco all in itself. It has a great history. Kevin Smock's an awesome designer. And this is, I don't even know. I think it's one of the few knives that even has a flipper tab from the factory. So really cool, great action. This is a button actuated compression lock. So it's got normal compression locks are going to be on this left side of the knife. This is actually going to be on the right side. And you are using that button to activate the compression lock. So it's the same compression lock everybody knows and loves. Really tough. This thing really just speaks to me. Love the lines. Everything about it is just really awesome. The really aggressive jimping, deep jimping up here in the top. The spine of the blade's really cool. We do have a kind of a reverse Tonto-esque, modified sheep's foot blade. Pretty cool. I really do like how we got that finger guard, all the way cut into this, the grind line starts all the way back here, but you do have this extra little bit in there. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the actual button system on the knife. And you flip it over, it's kind of, really resembles the whole entire line of the knife. So it's pretty cool how they got that going on there. I know some people don't like this exact model, but I think it is definitely pretty sweet. So there's the actual, it's like a carbon fiber G10 laminate. I think that's what these scales are. might be wrong on that, but it does have some nice texture to the actual, you know, factory scales that come in this knife. So really cool. Definitely do like this one a lot. This thing is sweet. I took this thing to work and everybody loved it. This is a really awesome Spyderco, really you know, iconic model, I guess you could say. Everybody knows them. A lot of people love them. Not everybody does, but this is pretty cool. And I was on the fence about buying this one. I think I ended up buying a ProTech PT Plus instead of this knife, and then I bought a Shaman instead of this knife too. So I've had a couple chances that I was going to buy one of these. Of course, it was just a standard one. It didn't have these scales on or anything like that, but I had a couple chances to buy it, and we'll buy one, and I you know, fell short and didn't do it. So we got the tiny little box here. This is a really cool, also really cool knife here. This is the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive Little Native. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Little Native, it's a of course, like the Native 5, that has the actual backlock on it, but it's the same, you know, family DNA, I guess you could say, with the awesome, you know, River's Edge Cutlery. They're really cool people. They're actually pretty local to my area, about an hour drive west, and I run into their actual showroom floor. Super cool people, really awesome place. If you guys have never been to an actual knife store, like a brick and mortar knife store, it is like one of the coolest experiences for a knife junkie to go to. And you know, you can handle all the knives. They'll take them out of the showcase for you, show you everything they have. I have never seen a collection of Spyderco knives like they have in there. They have hundreds of them for sale, and it is just really cool. I mean, they have Chris Reeves knives. They have a whole entire Benchmade collection. They have, you know, CJRB, Kershaw. They have everything. They even have a really cool, like not a layaway program, but it's like a, not a thrift store. I don't know what you would call, like a consignment or something like that. Like you go in and take your old knives, and there's used stuff that you can buy for a discount, which is really cool. So we do have CPM 10V on the blade steel on this thing. So if you guys are unaware of what CPM 10V is, it is a really, it's a non-stainless steel for one, but it is a super hard. They have incredible Rockwell hardness on this. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what this would be, but super high vanadium content. And I've got the bigger brother here, the Big Brown Bear. So this is the CPM 15V Para 3 lightweight. So we're in the same, you know, family DNA of knife steels right here. Super hard, super high wear resistance. You're gonna go. This thing is gonna hold an edge for a really long time, especially this little, you know, blade shape. You know, this is gonna be a really awesome utility cutter. You know, small, almost fifth carry pocket knife, I guess you could say. And I've kind of, you know, somewhat fallen in love with these smaller knife designs. You know, it's just a really easy thing to throw in the pocket, kind of forget about it, can't even tell it's there. We do have Spyderco's awesome. It's kind of like a peel ply texture G10 on this thing. We have a T8 or probably T10 for the pivot. T6 is all the way around. I'm thinking we actually have a T8 for the, they got three different, probably T8 for the clip, and then T6 here for the actual, you know, whatever you call that stop pin. So pretty cool. Do like this thing a lot, and the kind of like the, whatever this is, like a FD flat dark earth or whatever they want to call it. This might even be like a Coyote G10, I guess you could say, handle scale material, color, G10, and this awesome black. I don't know if that's a DLC coating on the blade. Pretty sure it is. Really does have a pretty cool contrast, and I love the, I just like the look of the Spyderco logo with the black blade. It's really, really pops. So Spydercos are definitely be my favorite knife brand, and they're definitely growing in my collection. So that is all the stuff that Neil sent over for us to take a look at. We're going to do full in-depth reviews on this stuff. We're going to do disassemblies. Hopefully we can get some cut testing in, maybe do some sharpening videos. So we're going to have a little bit of content coming out with these actual knives right here. So we got the Spyderco Kapara. We'll just go ahead and show these off one more time. This thing's pretty cool. Really, really stoked on this one. Awesome G10, compression lock, satin blade, good stuff. We have the Spyderco Sage 5. That leaf-shaped blade, FRN handles, compression lock with his own custom stonewash blade on there. And we got the Spyderco Smock, rocking these awesome nuke blue titanium scales, deep carry pocket clip, and that wicked hollow grind on this thing. Super cool design language on that one. Love that one. Excited to do some testing on that one. And then the Spyderco Little Native River's Edge Cutlery CPM 10V. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. And also, you know, be on the lookout for these videos. They're going to be coming here relatively soon. And I really do appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, thanks.